And Mumbai are off the mark. Well, clearly only one team showed up at the Wankhede today because Mumbai have completely outplayed KKR. They did everything right. They won the toss. They bowled first. They got KKR all out for 116 and then chased this down very easily with over 7 overs to spare. Ryan Rickelton getting 62 of 41. Surya coming in to his home ground, hitting those sixes all over the park, 27 of 9. Andre Russ did bowl for KKR and he did get 2 wickets, but with 116 to defend, it was always very, very difficult. Hello and welcome back to Voltas FreshAir Coolers presents Cricbuzz Live. I'm Saiyami. Michael and Lisa are here. I thought Michael and I would join you at the comm box, but the comm box is happening.
Well, first and foremost, well done.
Yeah.
You're off the mark.
Off the mark, ladies and gentlemen.
Off the mark.
Thank you, thank you. I want to thank everyone here at Cricbuzz. And I keep my speech short, but the pressure of being on zero. Mumbai didn't feel that pressure at all. They were smiling. I wasn't smiling at all, but it just feels very good to be off the mark.
It's only 9 days.
Yeah,
It's not
9 days.
long, is it?
You know, it's just the Mumbai style. You take time to get off the mark, and then they go and win 5 championship trophies, Michael. You know, that's how it is.
Yeah.
That could happen with the prediction game as well. Just saying. Just saying.
Them's fighting words.
But well, not only me, Lisa, Mumbai are off the mark
Yes.
as well, and they will be smiling even more. Those real smiles will be coming out. You spoke about those fake smiles. Those are gone. The real smiles are back on.
And a big sigh of relief. Sometimes you just need to get the monkey off your back, and they got home. I said they needed to go home, have some good home cooked food and be in a surroundings that they know and love, and the fans turned up, and everything went to plan as soon as they won the toss and their bowlers did the job. But more importantly, Ryan Rickelton, he looked good. It was first time for me seeing him kind of his whole innings. You can see why they've selected him. He packs a punch.
Well, Rohit unfortunately didn't get those runs going because Mumbai fans really would have liked him to get those runs going. Besides that tick mark, pretty much all the tick marks have been checked for Mumbai today.
Yeah, perfect. I guess a couple of catches went down, so if they're analysing that, they'd want to improve on that, but it doesn't get any better than that. You know, you bowl a team out for 116, chase it down so easy. Your net run rate has a massive boost. You've got a young chap at the top of the order who needed a few runs. They're not out at the end. I guess if you'd like to have seen Rohit get a few more runs, but I think in terms of the grand scheme of the whole tournament, you know, Rohit will find some form. Pretty sure about that. He'll create an opportunity for Mumbai to win a game with his bat. I'm sure about that. And I guess if at the start of the game you'd have thought, who would we like to have get through at the top? It'd be Ryan Rickelton to be there at the end. That's a big boost for Mumbai. Suryakumar strolls out there and just makes it look so easy. Yeah, it doesn't get any easier and it doesn't get any better, and Mumbai desperately needed that.
Well, they always arrive fashionably late, but when they arrive in style, Lisa, because like he's saying, it doesn't get any better. And Suryakumar Yadav always adds so much more to that style. He comes out with that swag and just gets those very quick 27 runs.
He's just so good to watch, isn't he? And it doesn't take him long to pick up the line and the length, and he knows that ground so well, Wankhede, and has scored so many runs there. So, yeah, he reads the conditions perfectly, and that flow of his bat when he gets it right, and especially that pickup shot, that's his. You know, if you were to build a statue, I would say this would be the shot that you would kind of emulate.
You just wouldn't want the statue to be built by the same person that built Sachin's statue, because they'll probably make him look like Steve Smith as well. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, there was.
But what teams are trying to do they try and bowl to that channel because they're worried about him flicking, because middle stump, you know, he just flicks it into the stand. He's flicking it into the stand from wide outside off stump. He's kind of got this like flick. I don't know how he does it, but he's an incredible player. And again, if he played well in the last game, he's played well today. He can win games on his own. So it's good to see that he's back in form.
Well, he got that shot coming in, but my most favourite shot of Suryakumar Yadav was that one which he plays over covers, and it for the first time everyone thought he did it last year. They thought it was a mistimed shot. Then he did it again. So it's something that he practices, those shots behind, there's laps there, and even the ones where his wrist just moves so much.
There is something, so I'll tell you a story. I actually broke my little pinky and I went to the hand surgeon and he said, well, actually, because you're from the subcontinent, you've just got more malleable bones. So in the sense that it recovers a hell of a lot more. You know, we always talk about Indian players are very wristy. Like there is something genetically in us that enables us to be able to access areas that should not be accessed.
Wow, that's news to me.
Yeah, so which surprised me. I was like, okay, fine, that's great.
Take it.
I don't need surgery. Yes. But that enables him to be able to access an area that you would think, no, there's no chance. You're right. He's fluked that. He's not planned that. But it's something that he's bringing into his game a lot more because they're trying to find different ways to keep him quiet, and so he's just adapted.
Well, we know that Surya really likes playing at Wankhede, but we also know that MI really likes playing against KKR at Wankhede because they have now become the team to beat an opponent the most number of times at a particular venue, and that's 10. So KKR would really like to find some way to not come and play MI here.
Yeah, and what was the stat you were telling me in the Greener about being bought out for under 120?
So
it happened 6 times for KKR against Mumbai.
Yes.
So they really are. It's the bogey stadium. It's a bogey team. So when they play Mumbai next time, just don't turn up. Save us all a few hours.
Yeah.
They didn't really turn up today because, well, 116 and then 12.5 overs and it was done. We'll have a look at how it was done. Let's have a look at that batting card. Started off well for them because Ryan Rickelton getting those 62. Lisa, like you said, just good to see him getting those runs. Rohit Sharma, it's going to be heartbreaking for all those people who went out to see him get those runs. But Suryakumar Yadav, 27 of 9.
Yeah, just with Rohit, you saw him in the change rooms and he was, I think they must have played the replay of him getting out. He's like, why didn't I go that way? Sometimes when you're searching for runs, you're only thinking, oh, I'm going to target this area. I think this is what they're going to bowl. And you're trying to predict too much. Whereas when you think of the best times that when you bat is you just react to what's coming down. But when you're searching for runs, you're trying to get ahead of the bowlers. And that was probably a case in point. He thought, short, great, I can deposit it that way. Oh, hang on, it's kept going. Why didn't I just go that way? So sometimes your head can get a little bit muddled, and that was probably an example.
But does that happen when you're short on runs? You just want to meditate your shots?
Yeah, you have preconceived ideas of where you're going to hit the ball. And generally when you're playing well, you don't. You just hit the ball. Wherever the ball comes, you just react. And
sometimes you've got a tune in your head. There's nothing going on, actually. Yes. Again, going to your point of people that don't overthink it.
Yeah, it's true. You know, you're better off with a bit of sawdust in your head than having a brain. I'm just saying. But I'm not saying Rohit's got sawdust, by the way. It's just that he's just going through one of those periods that things aren't quite coming off for him.
Yes.
And he tried tonight, tried to get one down and came off the toe end of the bat. The good thing for Mumbai is that they've won a game of cricket easily. And Rohit Sharma's not really contributed, but he will.
Yes.
You know, I'm sure he will. He'll find it if Mumbai start winning. You know, they've won today. If they win another game and you know, you start thinking about the eliminations, getting into that top 4, then you start thinking, well, we can win this. That, for me, is when Rohit Sharma's going to arrive. When he just gets a sniff that Mumbai are on track, he'll start sniffing a trophy again. So he'll need to find that rhythm and form, but I'm pretty sure he'll find it eventually.
Well, someone who did find his form was Ryan Rickelton today, and we chatted about him in the last match as well because, again, he's someone who's so talented, who's struggling a little bit in the previous game, but today, Lisa 62 of 41, striking at 151, just what Mumbai wants at the top.
Yeah, they need at least one of the two firing. And we were just talking in the green room, probably the first time that he's played at Vankedi.
Yeah.
So, to be able to, be down in confidence maybe because things haven't necessarily gone well. No doubt he's probably smacking the ball at training and feeling really good. It just hasn't been converted out in the middle. And then, that big Coliseum, the noise, the atmosphere that goes with it. And, he played his own. He looked comfortable out there. So, and probably what helped was behind the stumps, things went well as well. When you're multifaceted, if something else, your other skill set is going well and your team's done well, great. There's no pressure on me. Might have been a different kettle of fish if Mumbai had to bat first. We might have seen a different Ryan Rickelton, but this is good signs.
It's just another South African that's just looks like he's been brought up eating raw meat.
That's what they do.
They do. You got Henrik Larsson,
Yes.
Tristan Stubbs, Ryan Rickelton. They're just huge. They hit the ball so hard. He only has to get it somewhere near and it's flying. He's got great options down the ground. I always think when we look at Rahul Tripathi, he doesn't look like he can hit down the ground in the V, whereas these guys at the top, Travis Heads, you're looking at Ryan tonight, they can smack it down the ground. So if you overpitch, bosh, it's going down the ground. But if you're slightly short, they can go over mid-wicket. If you're slightly wide, go over extra cover. If you're slightly short, you can go over third, and then you can get inside and go over fine leg. That's what you call having everything covered, and that's what you need at the top of the order.
Well, he had everything covered because I think he was listening to our mid-match show, Michael. He heard you because post the match, he said that he took his time and that's what helped him.
Is that what they think?
About time, hey?
Is that what they have us on in the Mumbai dressing room today? That's breaking news, isn't it? I bet they don't.
He said he took his time. He said the ball was really moving around and he thought he was lucky that he got the runs because the ball was moving around. And he also said that it's a joke what Surya does to get that lap behind. He said he could never do that. But I think he's just being humble.
Yeah. Oh, well, sometimes we mentioned as well, sometimes you need a little bit of luck. He got one and flew over slip and there was no one there. So when the ball was Spencer Johnson, the first over, bowled really well. One run, cut Ryan, I think, in half. So, he survived. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just somehow survive. You need the leprechauns on your side. And
it's amazing how quickly it calms down now.
Yeah.
I reckon it does it for 3 overs.
That's it.
And it looks like, the first 2 or 3 overs, it looked like a bit of a minefield. It was doing all sorts. And then all of a sudden, it's almost as if like one boundary goes and it just dies down. That's why you've just got to give yourself a few balls and then you get such an opportunity to strike then. Because if you are, and you probably do need a little bit of fortune, you have that little bit of fortune at the start of the innings, but if you play the right way, I think you get the bit of fortune. If you go out playing a bit silly, I don't think the fortune will be with you. So it's worth just hanging in and then all of a sudden you're in, you can go.
Ryan Rickelton said that he can't and I don't think he will try that shot. But if you all both had to get on the field, would you all try those Surya shots? The one lap behind and the one...
No.
But you have those risky...
See, I'm wearing
the
glasses
risky
now.
wrists, Lisa.
Yeah, I've got the wrists, yep.
Yeah.
No. I'm lacking eyesight now and...
It'd get ugly if I tried that.
Hey?
It'd get ugly if I tried that shot. I mean, one would probably do my hamstring trying to play it. I'd probably get smacked straight in the face and, probably glove it onto the helmet and the keeper would go, thank you very much, what was that? There's not many can play that shot. No. I've seen Joss Butler play the ramp over the keeper. There's lots of players can play that shot, but there's not many play the Suryakumar. Yeah, I don't know what the shot's called. I mean, it's just called the sky shot.
Sky shot.
I mean, I've seen you bat.
No.
You want to try this shot?
No. I can just about play straight because I've learned how to play cricket in a gully. That's my skill of cricket, gully cricket. So I only have the shot straight. I can't play square. I can't play.
So is he.
But he learned all the shots around the park because he's India's 360, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
That's what he is. He's India's 360. Well, I want to be kind to all the KKR fans, but we will have to have a look at their bowling card. Because it's not something KKR fans want to see.
No, there is a pleasing aspect. Andre Russell bowled and he picked up 2 wickets. So sometimes in a defeat like this, you just need to find one thing, 1 or 2 things, because let's just park that game, move on. Let's fly to our next location. that's it, it's done, right? There's nothing you can say. But Spencer Johnson, I thought he bowled well. He was unlucky not to pick up a wicket in that first over. And the fact that Andre Russell has got 2 for, even though he went for 12 economy, he's picked up a couple of wickets, and they need him firing on all cylinders.
But Michael, did you think like he was bowling with decent rhythm? Because he was bowling those short ones and it wasn't like he was looking lethal at all. Yes, he did pick up those 2 wickets.
He was just bowling what he bowls. That's pretty much what he's bowled for.
Scattergun approach, right?
He's bowled exactly the same for years, but he's very good at reading the player. You know, I think he's a bit quicker than you probably think, and he's got good variations. But it's good for them, I think, for KKR to get out of, obviously, now they've lost 2 out of 3, to get on a roll and on a winning roll and to show everyone why they're the champions. I guess there's different personnel, so it's a different team, but I think they're going to need Dre Russ's all-round quality, and he'll have to keep his shape with the bat as well, because he just tried to launch it a bit too hard tonight. But they will need that all-round bat, ball, and obviously he's a good thinker about the game, so that kind of thinking ability out in the middle, helping the captain out. They're going to need a bit of Dre Russ over the next few weeks.
Well, not only Dre Russ, they're going to need Venkatesh Iyer to step up as well. We spoke about him in our pre-match show, and we spoke about how this is his fortress. He loves coming to Mumbai. Didn't quite get the runs going. So I think lots for the KKR camp to go back and kind of figure things out, Lisa.
Yeah. I mean, I expected him to score runs. You know, we spoke about it, the numbers. He's never really failed at Wankhede against Mumbai. But maybe that price tag is getting to him. Maybe that pressure is, especially when you haven't been able to get out of the blocks quickly, right? You kind of need a little bit of luck that first game, and then another game comes, or you get a good ball, or you get run out at the non-strikers, or someone takes a hanger, and you go, God, luck's not with me today. Then it just starts to build and build and build and build.
I think it's the hardest probably period as a player, because when you play for your national team, you're all on the same amount of money. So there's no one there might be commercial deals that are obviously more than some others, because the commercial values of if you like, the better players are bound to get more commercial. But in terms of your contracts, they're all very, very similar. Whereas the IPL, you're sat in a dressing room, you're talking millions. So you're sat in one corner on a huge amount of money, and someone in the far corner,
crores and lakhs.
Zeros are much less on the other corner.
He's on relatively nothing. And naturally, players will be going, come on. It's just natural. I mean, they won't be obviously giving him any stick, but there's a natural instinct to start going, because everyone knows what everyone's on.
Yes.
So it's very, very difficult. The pressure builds and builds and builds. So whether it is the money or not, it's pressure. When you've had 3 knocks and you haven't quite fired, he would be thinking himself, probably overthinking of how to get out of this. And generally what they try and do is go even harder, go as hard as they possibly can to try and get to 20 quickly. But it's a long way to go. I'm sure he'll come good, but I would think he is feeling a bit of the pressure.
Well, there's someone who did not feel the pressure at all on his debut game. I want to talk about the little Kumar, who has had a spectacular debut, which is why he is our coolest performer, powered by Voltas FreshAir coolers, powerful air throw, ultimate comfort. Ashwani Kumar, Lisa, we didn't know too much about him when he started off, but he's all over social media. We can talk about his Instagram numbers flying and hitting the roof because of what he did today. He didn't look like he was playing his first game. That Mumbai crowd, that pressure playing in Mumbai, it didn't look like he had that pressure. His face smiling, very happy.
Yeah, very happy, very relaxed, very clear with what he wanted to do. And this is probably where Hardik is quite a good skipper, because he's quite calm and relaxed and a bit of a joker, right? He'll come up and make a joke or try and make you smile and relax, or make you breathe. Sometimes when you're really nervous, you hold on to your breath and away you go and everything tenses up. But yeah, he was very calm and relaxed. I tried to Google a little bit, and you could see that obviously a lot of people are just spitting out very small amount of information. So he's a bit of a mystery guy. No doubt tomorrow the papers will be full of a bit more of a story and how he came to find cricket and how Mumbai found him.
Well, he said that he ate only a banana for lunch.
Is that
I
right?
guess that the pressure was there and he was nervous. He said, that's all I ate. But he also said, I give credit to my captain because he asked him to bowl into the stumps and that's what he kept in mind. And just really happy because he said his village back home will be watching him play. So that's something that really excites all these young boys.
No, that's great, and you can only imagine the scenes in his village of seeing one of their own go out in front of 30,000 at the Wankhede. He's playing with Rohit, Sharma, Hardik, Pandya, Suryakumar, Yadav, and straight away ball one, he gets a wicket. That's just you can have as many dreams as you want, but your dreams like that generally don't come true. Well, his has come absolutely true. The banana, he's obviously a big Peter Siddle fan because Sid lives his life on bananas, and
I think he's changed, to be fair.
Has
now.
he?
Yeah.
What, has he gone to apples or something?
Yeah.
But he used to bowl spell after spell after spell, and until just recently he still was. A great start. He just the one thing I'll say about all the young Indian players that come into this league, they all love the game of cricket. You can just see that they're playing because they absolutely adore the game, and you just hope that over time that love and that enthusiasm, because he'll have days where the ball travels.
Yes.
It's T20 cricket. Just hope he keeps that joy and that love of what he felt tonight. And it doesn't get any better than that. 4 wickets. He got a jinker out first ball. Your best friend made a bit of a mistake. He could have had another one. Mitchell Santner dropped the ball at cover point.
And then getting Andy Russ, another.
Yeah, he got Dre Russ again. He'll have, what is he, 23, 24?
23.
And you think Dre Russ has been playing the IPL for 12 years, 14 years?
A long time, yeah.
So when he was 10, 11 watching, Dre Russ smack it to all part.
Bombing him.
He was probably playing a bit of gully cricket, and now he's there in the middle of the Wankhede getting him out. So it's a great story.
Well, Lisa, he picked up at 4 and he said that it's his dream to play in a team with, of course, Bolt and Bumrah. Bumrah wasn't there today, but the next time, hopefully, Bumrah is back. Will we still see him in the side? Because, like I said, problem for plenty, but 4 wickets on debut.
Yeah, it will be a bit of a nightmare for the selectors and Hardik as well. Obviously, Bumrah just walks in and he goes, OK, thank you very much. Thanks for keeping my seat warm. But he's creating a problem for them. And he's giving them an option if they play on pitches, if they keep playing on red soil pitches at Wankhede where there's pace and bounce, maybe they will just try and blast them at the top with the new ball, and they don't even need to look for spinners or other options. So, there will be opportunities for him still to play a big role in this IPL.
But also, you need a pool of bowlers. This is a long tournament. There's a lot of games, 14 games. You hope to have more at the end. When Bumrah comes back, obviously he comes in, and you'd want to try and rest 1 or 2 players at times. So the bigger pool that you can have in terms of your seam department in particular. Who's to say that Trent Boult will miss a game? just to rest him for 1 or 2 games, and there you go. You've got a left arm seamer
ready to go.
Ready to go. So it's very important that you have a pool of players, not just 11. And I think he's shown enough tonight that we'll see plenty more of him over the next few weeks.
Well, yes, he sure has shown plenty. And Mumbai is a city of dreams, and he sure has seen his dream come true, which is why Ashwani Kumar was the coolest performer, powered by Voltas FreshAir coolers, powerful air throw, ultimate comfort. Someone who's also feeling very comfortable right now, Lisa and Michael. He's got a really big, broad smile on his face as he walks out the presentation is Hardik Pandya, because he's a very happy man. That smile that he had in the last game was just maybe a cover-up, but today he's just genuinely happy. You happy with the way he captained?
Yeah, sometimes you have to fake it till you make it. He's made it now.
And he didn't get booed.
Yeah, he didn't get... Yeah, there seemed like there was... everyone just loved and adored him. So, they needed to probably go through a tough year. That was last year. This is a new year, and they've started their home games in style, and hopefully they can kick on, and he'll be a happy captain. We've spoken at times when you're skipper, it's not about you as an individual performer. You just want the team to do well. And he would be so happy and proud that the younger guys, and Ryan Rickelton, he's not so young, but, the guys kind of playing their first IPL are coming in and making an impact straight away. So that is a great feeling.
Well, he said he's thanking the scouts and all of Mumbai Indian scouts because of just finding this young talent. So that's what he has to say.
Yeah, Grant, you know, when you're a captain, and Lisa, I think about me, when you get a young player in the team, it's the best time.
Yeah.
You know, you captain all the legends and all the superstars that you play with, and that's great. But when you get a young player that comes in and a debutant, it's a really special time for the group. And as a captain, I used to always love a new player coming into the team, and you're just desperate for them to do well. You hope they can kind of just settle in on the big stage, and you do everything you possibly can to make sure that they're relaxed, they're as calm as they possibly can be. But they need skill, and they need to, you know, have their own beliefs that they belong out there. And the two left armers that they've picked this year from nowhere, both of them just look like they're ready. They look like they've obviously played a bit of cricket and they've played in some T20 leagues around the country, but they look like they're ready. So it's not just scouting these players. I think it's the work that there'll be psychologists involved. There'll be lots of management chats just to make sure that they understand what it takes to play for the Mumbai Indians. And a lot of work goes on away from the actual eyes of what we see to make sure that these players are absolutely ready. I think they're called 360 character assessments. Personality assessments to try and find out who these people are. And you generally don't throw someone into the lion's den without kind of thinking, yeah, they've got a bit about them.
There is some maturity that you can see, isn't there?
Yeah.
Even though they're baby faces, there is that maturity to be able to cope, because it would be the first time the lights, camera and action, right? And there's so much. When you go and watch a game of cricket and you go watch the warm-up, there's so many people on the ground. There's so many broadcast crews, there's interviews, there's everything. There's people yelling out your name, there's people dancing. Like, there's so much going on. But they've just remained calm. So that's a credit. These
young Indian players, if you think back to when we played county cricket, so you kind of go from playing junior cricket to second 11 cricket, there'll have been, you know, a couple of people with a dog watching you, and then your parents are there, so that doubles it. And then there'll be a few other players
who watches on his phone every night as well.
Yeah, so there's like 20, 30 watching. And then you go into the first team at county cricket, and there might be on a Sunday, and there might be 4,000 or 5,000 there, so that's the step up. These kids are going from nothing. I can't imagine as many watching their cricket up until and then suddenly, in some cases, 60,000 people. So a huge amount of admiration for the way that they look like they're coping. You know, it's a real testament to what's happening behind the scenes. I think all of Indian cricket, because it's not just at this level, it's when they get thrown into the national team as well. I think someone's doing a wonderful job with them.
Well, clearly they seem to be all set for the big stage. Mumbai will be happy because they're off the mark on the points table. Let's have a look there. They've jumped to number 6, Mumbai, because of this win against KKR.
Halfway there, Lise. Nearly there, aren't we?
Yeah, nearly there.
Yeah, I know that Mumbai's in both your teams to make it to the top 4. KKR not going to be happy being there at number 10.
Tonight's match is a terrible outcome for them. You know, you get it. You're playing 14 games. You're not going to win every game, but to lose that convincingly, that does hurt, and they'll need to rewrite that along the way somehow when they get the opportunity.
Well, we have to see what's happening tomorrow, because it's going to be one very exciting game, which is going to be power-packed with power-packed batters. Lucknow take on Punjab, match number 13 in Lucknow. Michael, both these teams really powerful batting lineups. We'll speak about Punjab first, because they've had like a really long rest, a week, I think.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that's kind of affected them. It's been, it was last Tuesday, so a week in between their first and second game. They struck it beautifully, didn't they? In Ahmedabad, they got the big score, and then their bowlers took a little bit of a pasting, as obviously did the team that they hit 244 against. You know, they're a good team. On paper, I have them down as the strongest team. I think they've got everything covered. I think Ricky Ponting's put together a really good operation. He's got everything covered in terms of all the different skill sets. He's got so much power, great variation with the ball in hand, and I'd be amazed if they're not in the top 4. But I'll be very interested to see how that week off. It's kind of, once you've won one, you just want to get back on the horse and go again.
Yeah.
When you lose, you sometimes want a bit of a breather to try and reassess. But I'll be interested to see how they go tomorrow night, because they've had a long time. Don't know if they've been playing golf, playing paddle, but it's a long time.
Yes, a week is a long time in the IPL. But Lisa, Captain Shreyas Iyer was exceptional that day, the 97 that he got. So great news for them that he's continued his great form from the Champions Trophy. We'll have a look at that squad and check with you what changes, whether they need any changes at all. They go ahead with the same team?
Yeah, you go ahead with the same team. It'd be interesting to see what Lucknow, the pitch, offers. The WPL was played there not that long ago, maybe about a month ago, and there was plenty of runs in there. I think our side, we got 225, so it shows that, you know, it's got a good surface and you can hit straight through the line. So they won't want to change that, and they'll just want their top order to keep flying. And Glenn Maxwell is one to kind of watch out for. You know, he's probably hit a lot of golf balls in between the last game and this game, so that swing will be perfected and away he goes.
Yeah.
But Michael, do you think Harpreet Brar should maybe coming instead of Suryansh?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think
First game.
I think Ricky will stay very loyal to that team that won the first game. I can't think there'll be too many changes unless there's a niggle or there's a you know a look at the pitch and you think, oh, we need an extra spinner, or we need an extra seamer, or we need an extra batter. But you get that with the impact sub anyway. So I can't imagine they'll change anything from last week.
But Vaishak was very impressive. He came in as the impact sub and bowled those really crucial overs, giving away just 5 runs. So that's on his shoulders.
Yeah, he's going to play an important role, and maybe they're going to have to go to their death bowling a little bit sooner with Lucknow if they get out of the blocks quickly with Mitch Marsh and Nicky P. So he might be their little trump card that they can bring in, and regardless of when he bowls, he just bowls what he did in the first game and keep executing.
But were you all impressed with the way Shreyas went about things?
I think, I mean, you've got so much talent in this country, but he is he is right up there. He really is. He makes, and he's got the swagger. Got the Viv Richards kind of strut, hasn't he? I mean, he can play. He can seriously play. And I think over the last year or so, we've seen it in the international stage that he's got that. He's got the game. I always watch a lot of these players and think they could play all the formats. They could easily fit into Test match cricket. They could easily fit, obviously, in 50-over cricket. He does that. He's not even in the T20 team. I mean, how he's not in a T20 team?
That's why they need 3 teams.
Well, yeah, maybe Jay Shah, he is working on it, making sure they get 2. He's wonderful. He really is. Yes, Suryakumar Yadav, Shreyas Iyer, they're 2 players that I just get on the edge of my seat when they go out to bat. Brilliant player.
He had, 9 sixes?
Yes, in his 97.
And that's kind of a bit of a rare feat for him. So just shows you that he's a bit hungry as well. And
there's not many demolished Rashid Khan.
Yeah.
He did that.
Yeah.
Well, Shreyas is hungry, but there's that team that he's going to be up against, Lucknow, who's very hungry because their batters, one after the other, keep coming out and getting those runs. Lucknow will be very happy with the form, Mitch Marsh and Pura Narine. What else can we expect from them tomorrow?
Well, they're 2 players that when they play, you know, it's very difficult to stop them. Again, Nicholas Pura, I would have him as the best number 3.
Yeah.
In T20 cricket around the world. I've seen teams playing down at 5 and 6. I'm like,
what a waste.
Just get him up there. He's just naturally brilliant. You know, he's just got such a swing of the willow to smack it to all parts. And, you know, Mitchell Marsh has got the best role in the game. You know, Rohit had it tonight where you sit and watch and then you bat. And I think if there's any cricketer at the stage of his career that would absolutely grab that role,
that would be Mitch Marsh.
That is Mitchell Marsh, the Bison. So I'm delighted. He had a tough time of it in Australia in the winter. He just didn't find any kind of form. His body, you could see, was creaking. Struggled with the bat in hand, and particularly to Jasprit Bumrah, who didn't struggle to Jasprit. But it's always nice. He's one of the good guys. It's always great to see him get a few runs, and he's off and running. And you've seen Mitchell before. Once he gets confidence, you know, we saw it in a T20 World Cup that Australia won in Abu Dhabi.
21, yeah.
You know, he went in at number 3 and smashed it to all parts, and he found confidence early in that tournament. He just went, and I think he's found it early in this year's IPL. So watch out.
Lisa, do you think Pant should go open with him? Or do you think you want to keep Pant for the...
Who's Aiden Markram, isn't it? Yeah, 15-1. Not yet. Just wait. They'd really like Aiden Markram to kind of fly, and Rishabh is better coming down. I don't know how many times he's actually opened the batting in T20 cricket. I'm sure he can do it, but I hope that Rishabh actually gets some runs as well. Like, there'll be a bit of pressure on him. He'll want to lead from the front.
He's another one that's not in the team.
Yeah, but the hardest thing sometimes is watching Mitch Marsh and Nicky P do what they do, because that's what he does.
Yes.
And he comes in and he goes, well, I want to do it straight away. And it's like, well, no, just give yourself a couple of balls.
He capped him really well in the last game.
He did.
He was very smart. And you go back to the first game that they lost in Delhi, he didn't quite, manoeuvre his troops as well as he possibly could. But it was good to see that he learnt in his second game. But, you look at that batting lineup. 2 batting lineups tomorrow, it's like, get ready. Anything's possible.
And the 2 Aussie coaches go up against each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great mates.
There's too many Aussies in this year's IPL. Just saying. Too many in here.
Too many in here.
Yeah. Too many in here.
I know she
Too many
wants to come
coaches.
to Australia, so it's fair enough.
Well, she lives there, in India there. On the pitch with her selfies with her tourism friends from Australia. Dancing around with kangaroos and stuff.
Yeah, but now my next aim is going to be coming to your country.
We don't have kangaroos.
About that.
Do you like Yorkshire Terriers? Get you a dog to come on the pitch with. That's all we've got.
Yeah. I don't mind that.
Or the odd donkey. If you get a Blackpool, you get a donkey on the beach.
Lisa, coming back to tomorrow's game, because we are here to chat about tomorrow's game besides the tourism that we're going to do later on. Michael, we've totally forgotten about Lord Shardul and what he did. Yes. We'll have a look at that squad, and do you all see any changes in for Lucknow tomorrow, or they go ahead with the same playing 11?
I know that they had Manoman Siddharth. He played the first game, and then they kind of... Avesh Khan came, so maybe horses for courses, depending on pitch conditions, what they might go to. So, I mean, it's hard for us to guess. We can't see the pitch from here.
It's quite tricky, isn't it? I mean, Shamar Joseph, you might think Aiden Markram at the top if they're going to change and put Rishabh at the top, which I don't think they will, but if they did, Shamar could replace Markram, but I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll stay consistent with the 4 overseas that they've picked. I thought Prince Yadav in the last game, the first game he went around the park a bit. I thought he was excellent in the last game. He only got 1 for 29 off his 4, but his variations and his skill levels were outstanding. So I don't think there'll be much in terms of change. They won the last game, they won it well, and it'll be more of the same.
So your players to watch out for then, 1 from each team. Lisa has got them all marked on her iPad.
I'm going to go Rishabh. I think he's going to have a good game. And I think Shreyas Iyer as well.
Once again.
I think he's going to like Lucknow.
I'm going Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
I'm going to go Mitchell Marsh. He's on fire. Marsh is going. So I'm going to carry on with Marsh, and I'm going to say Glenn Maxwell's going to do something. He got out playing that reverse sweep, which he does on a regular basis. But I just know that he's due, isn't he? In the IPL, he hasn't quite... To say he hasn't mastered it. He's obviously a world-class player and he's played great here, but his numbers in the IPL are not as good as some of the other numbers that he has around the world. So with Ricky Ponting, I think Ricky will get the best out of him.
But which Aussie coach is winning tomorrow? Which one are you putting your money on, Lisa?
Not going to go against Punter.
I'll go the other one then.
Yeah.
I like this.
Whoever's chasing is going to win tomorrow night. That's my prediction.
Oh, so the toss is so important.
I just think the chase will be nice tomorrow night. Yeah, there'll be a bit of dew.
Yeah.
So you'll have heard it then. Whoever is chasing is going to win, according to Michael. We'll wait and watch. But now let's have a look at the joy factor. We got in all the answers on Twitter. That's why we got the answer. But here's the question. In cricket, Zaire Abbas, Don Bradman, Glenn Turner, Viv Richards are the only non-English players of which exclusive club?
Well, I saw this on social media. It's something to do with hundreds.
Yeah, I saw it on social media.
If that's correct.
Well, no one's tweeting me, so thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Because they think you know the answer.
Oh, that's
why.
it. Yes.
They realize that I
Actually,
don't have the answers at all. And Michael's been getting the answer, so they're just like, oh, he'll know the answer.
Yeah, okay.
But what is the answer, Michael?
I think it's 100 hundreds. And
Right.
I think
You're right.
Geoffrey Boycott
Well done.
was the English player. I don't know of any, maybe Len Hutton back in the day. That was a long time ago.
Well, Joyda goes back a long time ago. Always, let's have a look at the answer. But Michael is correct. It's 100 first class, hundreds. No Indian has.
Sachin hasn't done that.
No, he just got in 100 international hundreds. He was too busy playing international cricket since he was a little kid. So
Yeah,
he
you got
didn't play
how many
first
Test hundreds did he get, Sachin?
Well, we have to have a look at who's got the answer
Oh,
first
sorry.
because I know that this
Joe
is
Root's
going to go.
Joe Root's going to go past Sachin anyway in a couple of years. What's going to happen then?
That's not happening.
It is going to happen.
That's not happening.
Will there be a day?
Write in
Will there
and
be a
tell
day
us.
of mourning here when that
Let-
happens?
well, Michael, let the fans write in and tell us whether Joe Root's going past the master with the test match.
Will you
done.
call Joe Root the master if he goes past the master?
All right, it's time to have a look at
Can you
that.
answer that question?
Well, the master's the master because of what he's done for cricket
Yeah, but
all
the master will be
over.
gone if Joe Root goes past the master.
No, but one, he won't.
They'll be the old master.
Well, he will get knighted, so we'll call him Sir Joe Root. How about that?
That's true.
Yeah, he's probably already not, isn't he? Not.
No. He will.
Sir
He'll get
Sir
knighted,
Root.
Joseph. Yeah, it's a nice. Yeah, Sir Joseph. It's quite.
Yeah,
nice.
the ring's nice. Master, blaster. The ring stays there. He'll always be the master blaster. Let's have a look at the answer. I mean, let's have a look at who got it correct quickest.
You've stirred her up now, haven't you?
Abhishek Sharma.
Abhishek has gotten this correct. It's a new
Villiers.
name. Well done.
AD.
AD Villiers is what he's gone with, ABD Villiers. But well done, Abhishek. Let the answers keep coming in. Now for that moment
Oh, she's off the bottom.
to see how
Bring it
it
up.
feels to get off that zero after 10 days, I mean 9 days. Woo, Michael!
You've gone ahead of. Oh,
I've gone ahead
I
of
had
you.
a great start as well.
For all the sledging,
Lisa, how have you stayed at 37?
Because I was 50.
Were you?
Yeah,
Oh, you were
I was
30.
100,
down.
then I was 50, and now I'm 37.
Really?
I think it's the problem of playing too much.
Yeah,
Prediction game.
Correct.
That's
Dooley's
my
back
excuse.
smiling.
yeah.
Michael,
That's why I said I needed to do after the first game. I needed
Retire.
to pack my bags and go home.
all the sledging has not
Good
worked.
Dooley's still at the top.
I've gone past you, and this is my big win for today. I leave this day very, very happy because I
And it's
know
before midnight.
it's before midnight. We make it in time today, but today has been a
Well,
really
you two
good day.
better nip downstairs. You've got noon to do as well. You've got a bit more chatting to do, yeah.
Oh, I love chatting with
Yeah.
Lisa, especially when we're doing it in the same day when we
Yeah.
start the day. So I love doing that. It's always a pleasure chatting with Lisa. But Lisa, we've got a big day tomorrow.
Yeah, we do have to
both
rest
don't
up.
come on these red chairs.
No.
We've got to go and hammer the Cricbuzz boys who say that they are the paddle champs. The paddle queens will be coming in when we
that's
come
right.
back next.
Yeah.
So
Stay tuned for social media
Yeah.
for all of the scoops.
I think you'll find if you two beat us, there'll be an empty chair tomorrow night.
I think Michael will take the flight back. I don't think he will want to.
Straight to the airport. It's all sweaty. I'll just get out of here.
All right, I know you need the rest, Michael, because your knee
Well, because I'm
and your
old.
injuries will have to, you don't want them to take a toll tomorrow. So I think he should rest.
Yeah.
We'll go do our noon because we don't need as much rest.
Yeah.
So we'll go do noon and chat a little
Take
more.
all my tablets, make sure I'm...
Get your eyes.
Yeah. Just wheel myself out in the morning. I'll ask Raoul Driver to come borrow his chair.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Lisa. Thank you, Michael. This was
Well
a
done.
quick
Well
day.
done, you've got one. Well done.
Thank you. And I've gone past you, so it feels great. It feels very, very good. And thank you to all of you who watched Voltas FreshAir Coolers presents Cricbuzz Live. We will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m, so do join us there. Good night and goodbye.
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ Hyderabad Express, Rayagati Station, Netaji Bhavan.